Hello guys, let's see this problem in Hackerrank called inherited code in C++. So actually the difficulty level of this problem is medium, but I actually do not know why, because this problem is pretty easy. I think the tough part is the understanding of the code, whatever they have logged for us. The tough part is to understand that, and then what do we have to do? We have to just figure it out, right? So I just copied that code and pasted it over here on IntelliJ. Not IntelliJ, C lion. It is same JetBrains, right? So we'll see the main method first. Then it is taking the number of test cases, then using a while loop to execute the test case, like right for checking it. So it is taking a string name username. So that's what we are supposed to do, right? I think yeah, there are three test cases in the input: the first name, second name, and the third name, right? And they are going to handle two cases. We're going to handle this one. When it is too short, then we are going to throw an exception that we have to handle, right? So let us see what is further. So they're going to try something. I hope you guys are familiar with try and catch block. So in try, whatever you write, if it gets an error, the code does not stop. Actually, it goes to the catch block. Then, if it does not get an error, then it does not go to the catch block. It simply runs afterwards. So catch means it basically catches any error. So it is checking our test case, check valid, and whatever it is printing out valid and invalid. We don't have to worry about that. Whatever it is fine. But what if we get an error? So if we are getting an error, we are throwing an exception. Sorry, no, we are not throwing, actually we are catching that error, whatever exception we are getting from this try block. So this is the try block from here to here. Whatever error we'll get in this try block, or the exception that we'll get, that will be caught over here as bad length exception. So if you see, this should be something, right? This should be some type, and E is an object. So I'm going to just copy this thing, and I'm going to make a class for it, so that I'll get a type of this particular thing, right? So if it is a class, that red thing also will go. So the unlock part is over here after using namespace. So I'm simply going to create a class called bad length exception, and that is my class. So yeah, the red thing also went from here. So now we are going to print out cout too short, and then e dot what. So if you guys see, too short, and we are printing out two. Two means number of characters, like three. So two is the, sorry, not three. Two is the length. So we are basically printing out the length of that particular string. So e dot what. So if you guys see, e is an object. So after e, if I write dot, what should be a variable or a function, but there are parameters, I should say round brackets. So it means that what is a function in this bad length exception. This is the thing that we need to figure out. That's why it is difficult. Otherwise it is really easy. Not difficult, medium, but yeah, it is easy. So I don't want to get this red thing also here. So I'm going to simply define, first of all, I'll have to create a private variable, right? So private variable is going to be our integer n, whatever is the length of that particular string, right? And afterwards I'm going to create a public access whatever, and in it I'm going to, first of all, we need that what method, right? So and the thing is that we have to print out the length. So length is going to be an integer. So return type of that what method or function in C++ is going to be integer what. It is going to return the length, that is n. So I have to return n, but okay, I'll return it first. So return n. But there is one more thing. N is basically the thing is that whenever, yeah, this thing actually, we are getting an error over here because whatever it is checking the username, we didn't see this thing, right? So the function. So we are checking this thing, it is checking is valid true, it is checking the length and all. If it is less than 5, then it is throwing this class, right? So it means it is throwing an exception. But the thing is that this should contain a parameter. So for that we can use a parameterized constructor instead of a default constructor. Obviously that will be in a public thing. So public access modifier, I should say. So bad length exception, it is going to contain any integer. Let us call it length. So length integer length, and we are going to simply set n as the length whatever we have with a semicolon, and that's all about it. I think it should be working perfectly fine. Now we can just copy this class with public and private access modifiers and print them right here, not print, paste, and submit the code. Let us see what happens now. Pretty much everything is done. Yeah, it is done. So that's all from my side. You can ask me any doubts in the comment section. I'll try to reply ASAP. That's all from my side. Stay tuned and keep learning. Thank you for watching.